Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. You're watching the Daily Report right here on TV47 with me, George Maringa. I'm still in studio with the Honorable Danson Mungatana, the Senator for Tana River County, Mhesh. Thank you for being with us. Looking at now the proponents and some of the suggestions that you make.
Yeah.
Earlier on I asked you whether we are staring at another constitutional moment.
Yes.
And you said perhaps.
Yes.
Would then ideally in this moment when we have sampled, or rather gone through the 13 years,
yes,
among the propositions we're seeing is, what the president is saying, and we've seen even in the talks, what Kenya Kwanza has proposed.
Yes.
What are some of the other issues that perhaps, because at the end of the day, if a referendum was to be held, there needs to be put a question.
Correct.
What then would be the issues compacted into that one question to address the needs, to raise the ranking from 6 perhaps to a 10?
First of all, implementation of the Constitution is totally different from amending the Constitution, because those are two different issues.
Yes.
And the people who are against amendments, there are lawyers who think, why are we adding new things when we cannot even do the thing that is already there? So those are two very different. And there are those who feel, no, even though we haven't done full implementation, the implementation that is remaining should be progressive, as we also make the Constitution perfect, because we had agreed, even when we were passing this Constitution from the then President Mwai Kibaki, that 10% of the Constitution is not okay. So we'll need to amend it at some point. But there are those who feel no. So those two are different schools of thought. Why I'm saying we'll have difficulties, even meet headwinds along the path of amendment, is that touching the Constitution is a highly political issue. Very political. So political that you not believe it will snowball into the general election. You see? So any person who is bringing that must be confident that it will be to his advantage. You see? And so because of many things, you'll find that it will take a long time. And I'll give you an example. Like in the US, the right for women to vote, it took forever. Because in fact, in their country, they say various states have to pass. There's a constitutional proposal, but in America, all the states are treated as equal. So they must pass in their own state assemblies before they bring it. And just to get that done within the time period is very difficult. In Kenya, we don't have that requirement. When we say we are going to amend the Constitution by referendum, like we will need to, if we have to make this thing happen, it will be a question put, like you're saying. But that question to be put, framed, and campaigned for, the political formations must be in agreement. If the political formations are not in agreement, it's going to be a political question. Where this side takes yes, the other side will take a no. And unless it is worked out such that both political formations are in support, which is a difficult thing to achieve. Because if I'm in the opposition and I decide to support the president, I'm basically surrendering my power. Yeah. So many opposition leaders, even if they are supporting, they will say, on condition that this and that happens. And then the other side will say, no, we support without condition. And then that starts snowballing into something that works out into a yes and a no vote. So there is no doubt in my mind that touching the Constitution in any path will become a real challenge as we go into it.
Yes, Senator, among those